My folks are here. Good morning, good morning. Happy to see you. Happy to see you. Happy to have you here on a Friday morning at 9 o'clock. Great. So let me just turn this down and we'll get started. So, yeah, as mornings are, the energy is a bit just sort of even keeled, which we love. We're going to do the same things that we've been doing. So we'll start with our just grounding meditation, that 5 minutes that we'll listen to, and then we'll just go through some movement stuff. I've been running a lot this week, and so my ankle is a little funny. So I'll probably maybe do a little bit more on the ankles. I don't know. I invite you to indulge me in that because it's probably going to be beneficial for you too. I even have this, I pulled out my, it looks like a butterfly, but it actually, let me get close so you can see. It actually has like all these like little raised parts to it. And it's like good for circulation. So I like get on it and just kind of like stand on it, or if I'm like doing dishes or cooking or something, just to kind of get the blood circulating in the feet and starting to activate all that stuff, that's fascia that's happening at the bottom. Because we know that we need our legs, we need our feet, and we need to take care of them. And I have not been doing the best at taking care of them, just getting up and going for a run in this heat wave. We had a heat wave. So my ankle is not happy with me. Anywho, let's come down on your mat. If you're on a mat, if you have a block that you want to sit on, you can get a block, or you can just get yourself a little pillow if you want to prop yourself up underneath your hips. I'm also bringing into the space, so usually you can use, like if we were in like a yoga class, they would have like a strap. So if you don't have a strap, which I don't, these are just a pair of leggings because they stretch. So you might want to grab that if you don't have that yet, because we're going to use that today. We're going to do some stretches with the hamstrings. I'm going to show you one of the ones that I do for flexibility that actually could be a two-person thing, but you can do it one person. So you want to have either like a t-shirt or a towel or leggings, or if you have a strap, or if you have a TheraBand, you just want to have that available to you at some point nearby. All right, let's get into it. Here we go, having a seat.
Wherever you are right now, you can experience this brief moment that is designed to align your mind with a sense of calm, and notice your spirit resonating with positive energy. You'll also discover how easy this is for you to achieve, and how easy it is for you to experience positive energy at any time, all because you focus right now on this technique. As you allow yourself to sit comfortably and just look or focus straight ahead, and take in a deep breath through your nose. Hold that deep breath and exhale, and simply close your eyes as your body just relaxes there and your hands are just resting down. And you're listening to me deliver this message about how you can be aware that profound positive energy is beginning to flow toward you as you create a comfortable momentary pause in time that allows you to drift on a quiet and calm wave right now. And you don't have to picture that positive energy. Just focus on it as you make this powerful shift by placing your attention on something about you, whether inside or outside, that you can feel very grateful for right now. And as you think about or imagine that item that reflects your feeling grateful, take another deep breath in through your nose, focusing on that gratitude. And when you exhale, you can simply mouth the words, "Thank you," and expel all of your breath at the very end. And you don't have to think about how easy this may seem for you to accomplish this so successfully. because you've already tuned your attention to awareness that there's something right now, in this moment, you are thinking about, you feel so grateful for. And it's okay that a person may not know how you can quickly shift in any instant and focus on something that reflects your feeling gratitude. And I won't tell you that shifting your attention to something you are grateful for in any one of your present moments happens effortlessly. Because the more you realize, focus immediately at any time for the wonderful good that you always can be aware of, the more your positive emotions and energy can continue to rise up within you and fill you, as any old negative emotions simply drift away. And sooner or later, you'll simply notice how at any time, because you immediately become aware if your conscious mind wants to lure you down a path of uncertainty or negativity, your subconscious mind quickly alerts you to the knowledge that you remain tethered in your immediate moment, observing your thoughts that notice everything that you feel so much gratitude for. As right now, once again, thinking of that concept that reflects how you feel grateful. Breathe that gratitude in deeply through your nose, allowing it to fill your lungs and flow through you into every part of you. And just say or mouth the words, "Thank you," as you expel all of the air and send that gratitude back out into the world around you. And you can always breathe the energy of something you are grateful for, and notice how that gratitude tethers you in your moment. So you always prevent your mind from drifting into thoughts that are not worthy of your attention. And you notice how you call forth and attract more positive energy that you are so grateful for. As I count upward to the number 3. 1. The power of your mind is turned on. 2. The power of your mind is turned up. And the next time you open your eyes, you'll discover how easy it is for you to feel so good being tuned into such positive energy awareness. And 3, open your eyes, take in a deep breath, and feel so good as you experience this positive energy. Thank you, higher vibers, for being on this journey with us. And together, we've got this.
All right. We're going to transition.
Wait, before you scroll away.
We'll transition. You can stay.
Sometimes find the fear of what could happen.
You can stay seated on your mat. And we're just going to start with our head isolations. I'll make sure this is turned all the way up. Very good. And let's just drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Put the right hand on top of the left side of the head and just breathe for a moment. Very good. And we're going to release that and bring our ear, the left ear, to the left shoulder on the other side. Feeling the right shoulder dropping away from the ear, but we're not pulling it. It's just an energy, a sensation. And you're just resting your left hand on top of the right side of the head, not collapsing, feeling lifted in the abdominals. And let's go back to the first side. Right hand to the left side of the head. Again, opening up the left side of the neck, dropping that left shoulder down, not forcing anything, just feeling the energy shift. And change to the other side again. Very good. And let's take the hands and interlace the fingers and put them behind the head and just drop the elbows gently to the front without collapsing, staying lifted. And from me, I'm actually even lifting the back of my head as I'm curving forward slightly. And then let's lift the head up and press the head into the hands, creating some resistance. And then just breathe, relax. Drop the elbows to the front, lift the neck and the back. And we're gonna breathe in and lift up and press the head backwards into the palm of the hands. And then exhale, relax, bring the elbows forward. And inhale. Just gonna do this for the last time, lifting tall, pressing the head. And then relaxing. And relax the hands in the back. And just drop the chin to the chest. And look up to the ceiling. And again, drop. And up. Look to the right side. Right. And left. And right. And left. And when you come back to center, let's take the head. Looking to the right, drop down towards the front. And we'll make half circles. So not a full circle, up to the left and then down and up to the right side. We'll do 4 of these. Very good. And then now drop from right to left and circle halfway to the back. And same thing in the back, looking to the right and ceiling and left. Again, sitting tall so that the spine is nice and long. We're not collapsing at all. And now the next time when your head is towards the right, you're going to drop down and make a full circle, relaxing those shoulders as the head is coming down and around. Very good. Let's do 2 more at your own pace. Feeling whatever you're feeling as we're getting acquainted with this new body this morning. And then you're going to reverse it after you've done your circles to the other side. Taking time to just feel all the things. Ooh, very good. And next time the head's back in the front, we'll bring it to center. Very good. Let's bring the arms up over the head. Interlace the fingers, press the palms towards the ceiling. Give ourselves a little stretch. Lifting up out of the spine. It's okay if your shoulders come up. And gently just windshield wipe from one side to the other. Lifting up to go over and not collapsing. So I'm constantly energetically pulling out away from my center as I'm going side to side. Ooh, hello. Yes. And let's go one more. Very good. Come to center, bring the arms to the side, and let's just hold the arms in second, rounding the elbows, rounding the fingers, lifting in the abdominals, and then soften the elbows and relax all the way down. Very good. Let's come to all fours. Come to all fours, making sure that your shoulders are stacked on top of the wrist. And then even in the back of my legs, I'm really trying to press the top of my foot into the floor, so I'm not letting my toes just sort of sickle. I'm energetically really trying to connect to the mat. Hips are over the knees. And let's take our cat-cows. So we'll arch up. And then we'll lift and contract, pushing away from the floor. And then pushing away from the floor in the arch as well. And in. And going through this at a pace that feels good to you. You don't have to stay at my tempo. Just feeling your body. Let's do 2 more. Out. And let's take our circles. The next time we come back to our arch, I'm gonna arch and take my circles around. So my head's going to the right while my pelvis is going to the left. And then they circle to the other side. Around. And then we'll reverse. I've done 4. So I'm going to reverse to the other side. Very good. And from here, we're going to come back to neutral spine and just send the pelvis back. You can bring your toes together and open the knees slightly, and just go to your child's pose. Relaxing here. Feeling the armpits rotating towards the mat, and then putting some resistance in your hands. So I'm pushing into the mat and away to kind of open up. Ooh, there goes my shoulder. Very good. And then I want us to roll up and readjust the knees and the feet so that we're in that train track kind of position, right? So we're not in a V anymore, we're straight. And you're going to come up and we're going to bring ourselves forward and drop the pelvis, opening the chest. Good. And bring those elbows, bend the elbows, bring your torso down. And then lift the hips and slide ourselves back. And then we're going to roll up and send everything forward, opening the back, dropping the shoulders, lowering the elbows down, lifting the hips, sliding ourselves back, rolling up through the back, really dropping your chin to your chest, coming forward, down through your cobra, back. And then the last one, coming up and rotating forward, opening up. Oh, hello. Very good. And when you come down, let's just stay down for a moment here. And we're actually going to flip over onto our backs. Ooh. And if your foam roller is available to you, you want to go ahead and grab that. We're going to do the same thing that we've been doing over these past few weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put my, I'm going to put my foam roller under the lower part of my back, finding a place that feels comfortable, bringing my knees close to my chest. If you want to hold them, you can. You don't have to. When I'm first getting on my foam roller, I don't really like to have extra, like I'm trying to hold anything. I just want to like allow the heaviness and the weight of my body and the tightness just kind of be with the foam roller. I don't have to do anything extra. And so I'm just rocking my hips side to side, getting into that lower back. And actually I'm gonna bring my foam roller a little bit lower so I'm really at the top of the glutes. And I'm rolling from one side to the other. And my rotators are definitely a little tight, so when I get all the way to one side, I'm kind of just hanging out for 2 to 3 seconds and then coming up and going to the other side. So what I'm also doing with my hands is that I'm holding onto the foam roller so that it doesn't like roll away. So my hands are just sort of there floating at the bottom. Very good. I'm going to take one more towards my left. And back to center. Once I come back to the center, I'm going to lift my foam roller back up my back a little bit. And I'm going to walk myself forward. Whoa. Rolling in the middle of the back. Really using my feet, planting my feet into the floor as I'm rocking front and back. And I'm going to take my foam roller and bring it up my upper back a little bit higher and rolling in between my shoulders and my lower ribs, the last rib. This is really where I be feeling like the tightest. And so I'm just gonna stay here for a second, arching. Oh, and stretching. I feel like I need to stretch a little bit. Straighten my arms out. And I'm lifting my shoulders and then dropping them down so I feel a little bit of the foam roller rolling out the back of my shoulders, the top of the deltoids. Sometimes it's a tricky place to access with the foam roller. I'm gonna go back to rolling out a little bit. Any of the areas that you found that were really tight, I would just take a moment here and maybe roll it out a little bit more if it's your upper back or your lower back or your middle back. Just gonna spend a minute or two just rolling through. Very good. Oh, hello. All right, I'm gonna now take my foam roller and I'm gonna sit on it and roll out my glutes. So it looks like I'm sitting square, but I'm leaning towards my right. So I'm on that right glute. Just getting as much of the surface area as I can. So I'm rolling to the top of the glute, which is be close to my lower back, and then down to the connector of the hamstring in the back of the leg. So the top of the back of the thigh, and then coming back and rolling, and then finding that connector in the back of the thigh. And I'll do like 2 more here. Woo! And 1 more. Very good. And before I go to the left, I'm actually going to rotate myself. And let me come down further so that you can see me, not in those comments or in the people that are there. I'm going to go to the outside of the right. So now I'm starting, woo! Hello. Where that IT band is, your connectors, your rotators at the top. That's where I'm feeling really, really tight. And so a lot of my weight is on my right forearm, and I'm also in a forced arch on the left foot. Not that I'm like trying to force arch, but my heel is just up. And then I'm using my right leg as sort of the steering wheel, right? Or the gas. That's really giving me the pump to go front and back. And now I'm gonna rotate towards the front of the quad, or the front of the hip first, and just get into that little pocket. And for me, I feel like I need to just, in the same way that I was rolling on the back side of the glutes for the first piece of the foam rolling that we did, I'm doing the same thing here on the front of the foam, on the front of my hip on the foam roller. Just rolling back and forth. So it's like I'm getting the whole entire portion of the leg there. And then I'm gonna roll up my quad. Woo! And so my left knee is bent, and my right leg is lengthened behind me. And I'm just on my roller, making sure not to go onto the kneecap. So you don't want to be on your kneecap, you just want to stay on the muscles, on the flesh areas. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit lower. Ooh, we're going to go to the outside. So this is tricky. Lower part of the quad on the outside above the knee. So that's where the IT band comes down. So that's probably going to be an area that's like very tight. Potentially, I don't know. It depends on what y'all do during your week. Very good. And when you feel like you've gotten in a good little roll there, we'll release and then go to the other side. Woo-hoo. All right, that's enough for me. It's painful. If you're feeling like it's like a little bit painful, yeah, That's accurate. That's accurate. Also, I feel like I'm sweating. I'm gonna take my sweater off in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my left side. And if I'm going too fast, you can stay in any place a little bit longer if that feels good to you. And again, I'm at the top of the glute in the back. And then I'm going all the way to the top of the hamstring connector in the back. And then coming down. And pulling myself back. Ooh. I'm going to do one more. And again, my weight's in my left hand behind me. And I'm going to turn myself over and get the front of the hip in my IT band. Once you're in a place where you're at the front of the hip, you can do that. Ooh, my hip just cracked. You can do that rotating action that we did. So I'm bringing my right leg behind me and rotating to the back of the glute, and then rotating forward, letting my right hand catch me and bringing that right knee forward to the floor, and then lifting up. And again, of course, I'm using my core as well. So there's that part too. And up and forward. And I'm just right in that little hip, right in the crease of the hip. And I'm taking that all the way around. So now I'm going to stay to the front and just roll out the top of that hip right in the crease. I feel like that's the most beneficial, at least on my hips here for the foam rolling. Stretching, I always want to stretch the inside of my hip, but when I'm foam rolling, it's really the front crease that feels the most advantageous. So I'm sliding it down, I'm getting the top of the quad. Being careful not to go too low and not going towards my kneecap, but just taking my time here. For me, this side is a little bit tighter, so I'm going to go down the outside of my left leg. Woo! And if you are tearing up, that's okay too. Foam rolling is like, it's painful. It is painful. And then I'm going to bring my foam roll a little bit lower. Again, being mindful not to be on the top of my kneecap, but getting the lower part of my quad. And sometimes even just stopping mid-roll and holding in one place is good. And then releasing. All right. Very good. And when you feel like you've gotten enough out of that, we're gonna sit and then bring our foam roller behind our hamstrings and rock ourselves front and back on our foam roller. Again, my weight's like on my hands, but my feet are not on the floor too much because I'm trying to keep as much of my natural weight on the foam roller so I can rock back and forth. And you can stay here as long as you need to. I'm going to transition down to my quads. My hamstrings are not as tight. It's really my IT band and my quads, and like the back of my body. And then I'm going to get to my calves. And my calves are always painful as well because they're so overdeveloped. It's interesting, right? I think that as movers, dancers, whatever, you know, a lot of times people compliment us on our bodies, like, oh, you have such a nice body. Look at your calves. You have such beautiful legs. And I'm like, yeah, and they're heavy. They're beautiful. I get that. You know, they're not like, you know, out of shape, but they're in such good shape that they're like heavy. Muscle weighs more than fat, you know? So sometimes it's kind of a lot. And my calves are very overdeveloped from all my years of like gymnastics, and then I think that that's really where my muscles got their like foundation of how they were going to develop. It's also a little bit genetics. My mom's side of the family, they all have like these like beautiful calves. But then they be tight. So we gotta also take care of the calves. And the calves connect, they connect into the feet as well. And so since I was having a little issue this week with my feet, I just want to take a little bit more time for myself to just get into the calf. And then right below the calf, woo, or right below the bulkiest part of the muscle, or the biggest part of the muscle, right above the back of the ankle, so your Achilles, where your Achilles tendon is. I just rock my feet like with the windshield wipers, back and forth, and maybe front and back, and that feels like it feels like a bruise, but I know that it's just breaking up that lactic acid. Yeah, lactic acid really builds up there. Okay, very good. While we're here, you can grab your, if you're with me still, and again, if I'm going too fast, feel free to do whatever you need to do. I'm going to go ahead and take my, I'm staying on my foam roller. I am taking my leggings and I'm bringing them to the ball of my foot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press my toes slightly forward. So I'm not going to a point, but I'm finding that resistance to go forward, and a little bit of flexion action here, just through the ball of the foot. So I'm not going to a full point, I'm just articulating that ankle, and then finding a little bit of resistance with the leggings. And then what I'm going to do is press to the ball of the foot, and then I articulate the toes. I usually do this with the TheraBand, but I don't have any, mine are all gone now. I need to get new ones. And then just, ooh, yes. Did your ankle crack? My ankle cracked. And then pressing the ball of the foot, I'm just going to move the ankle side to side. So my toes are articulated. I don't know if you can really see me. My toes are pushing forward almost like if I was in a releve. And then I'm just moving the ankle side to side. Very good. I'm just going to shake that out a little bit. Make some circles. And go the other way. Whew. And then I'm going to do the other side. And again, you know, we're always like just kind of taking inventory of what's happening in our body, right? I'm not trying to solve anything. I'm really just trying to get the blood to circulate and get some blood down into the feet. Very good. And then once I've done a little flexion action, I'm going to press in the ball of the foot and then windshield wipe my ankle in and out. So pronating and supinating, in and out. Very good. And this foot's not as, it's really my right foot that's like kind of jacked up, but just in case, because we know once one side is messed up, then the other side starts compensating for it. So I like to, whenever I'm feeling something funny on one side of my body, I also like take care of the opposite side just in case anything develops on the opposite side. Very good. I'm going to release that and just shake the leg. Woo! Circle those ankles. Yikes. All right, very good. What other part did I want to do? You know what? Let's do our arms really quick. I know that we haven't done them in the past few weeks, but I also foam roll my arms because especially with all of the important stuff that we do, like your arms are constantly activated, and you know, when do we like roll those out? So we're gonna take a moment right now and go ahead and I'm gonna put my, let me get lower. I'm gonna put my arm on it, and then so what I'm doing is I'm rotating my hand as I'm going up and down. So right now my palm is facing the ceiling, and then I'm gonna roll out and my palm's gonna face the floor. And I'm going out all the way to like my armpit. So I'm coming all the way to the back here. I'm not just doing the muscle, I'm doing the muscle and then a little bit beyond. Because we also know that we use our serratus, we use our lats. So we want to give them a little bit of attention too, right? it's not only the legs and the back, but it's also the arms and the side body too. Ooh. Yes. And I'll go ahead and just do my forearm a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is just get on between, get these lats, get the serratus. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is a lot. I would love to hear your feedback about, I don't know, am I the only one in pain? I mean, not right now, you can stay in your moment, but like, DM me later. Is it painful? I feel like I am like, I don't know. I'm clearly up in pain. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. With that rotating action, when I'm coming in, my palm is rotating to the ceiling, so I'm really on the tricep, and then I'm rotating back to the underside. And anywhere that feels a little bit tighter, you could just do like a micro roll there and just maybe like 5 or 6 rolls and then go back out. And then if you wanted to do, another set of like small micro rolls, you can do that and then roll it back out. And once you feel like you've done what you can tolerate, we'll rotate it down a little bit and get into our lats and our serratus. Particularly in these lateral T's, right? Like this is all the lateral T muscles. And we're constantly using them, I'm sure, because there's no way that you've been doing class with me for all this time, all these years, and not activated those muscles. So we also have to give them a little attention too. Ooh, I think that is enough for me. Foam rolling is great, and also it's like work and pain, clearly. All right, I'm gonna put my foam roller back. Let's just stand up for a second because we haven't gotten up off that mat yet. And just shake yourself out. Maybe do a couple little jumps to just kind of release wherever you're at. And then we're gonna do some lunges. Yeah, I'm looking at the time. We're gonna do some lunges and just sort of open up the hips a little bit. And then we're gonna go back onto the floor. And I'm gonna show you these hamstring stretches that I do. All right, so I'm gonna kind of speed it up a little because I know we're at 9:45 already. And I do want to get to the hamstring. So we're gonna come down. Take your time. If there's any area that you're like, I'm not trying to go that fast, take your time. I'm just being mindful of the clock. So I'm just sending my hips forward and back gently. And my back knee is on the floor. And my toes are relaxed underneath me. And the top of my ankle is touching the floor. So it's not floating up off of the floor. Very good. And then we'll come to the front and just hold here. If you have your yoga block or book or something that you need for a little bit of support, I like that because it allows me to relax my muscles a little bit more because my muscles are very tight. You can put it flat or you can put it up depending on how much height you need. Or if you don't need it all, you can put your hands on the floor. Yeah, it's up to you. Tuck your back toe under, straighten the back leg. And then I'm gonna bring the back foot in a little bit and drop my head. Straightening my legs and keeping my hips square. Relaxing the head by saying yes and no. And then I'm gonna take another lunge down. Putting that knee on the floor in the back, tucking the toes under and lifting my torso up. Oh, yes. And straighten the leg in the back again. Keeping the hips square, drop the head. Relaxing the quads if they're not relaxed already. What we're gonna do for time's sake is we're just gonna walk to the middle. Relax the head, relax the neck, breathing into the back, softening the knees if that feels like attainable and good for you. And let's walk ourselves over to the other side and gently bring ourselves down to the floor. And we're gonna rock front and back. And so the rocking is helping to get blood to circulate, because you don't want to stretch not having had blood in the area that you're trying to stretch. Otherwise, it's not going to stretch anything. Yeah, imagine a rubber band that's just like frozen in the freezer, it's cold, and then you take it and you just pull it. What's going to happen to it? It's not going to stretch. And so then we'll find ourselves, float ourselves forward. If you want your yoga block, you can do that as well. Yeah, I like to think of the muscles as the rubber band idea. So you want to make sure that the rubber band is like not freezing and not cold and stiff before you're trying to stretch. So we do a little bit of movement to get the blood there first, then you can stretch. Let's tuck the back toe under, straighten the back leg, and drop the head. Come all the way up to your triangle stretch, keeping the hips square and then relaxing the quads. So I'm sure your quads might be engaged. If you think about just relaxing them, see what happens. You might be surprised because you might not realize how activated the quads are. And then let's come back down and take our lunge again first. And bring the knee gently on the floor, tuck the toes, and walk yourself up if that feels good. If not, if your body's not ready, you can stay in your lunge. I like to take a twist back here. Ooh. Need to be careful because my lat's on the right side. I did not like that. Very good. And straightening the leg one more time. All the way up, pressing that back heel towards the floor. Very good. And coming towards the front one more time. And actually walk your hands forward. And you're going to slide your legs down. You might need to walk your hands back as you're coming down. And just hold as you lower. And we're coming to sitting. Hello, yes. Wake up those hips. You might want to massage a little bit on the top of the quad. Whew. My quads be tight. All right, I'm going to take us down again onto the mat, and we're going to do this hamstring stretch. I'll talk you through it first, so don't do it with me. The way that you could do this with two people, it's actually better with two people because when you're doing it by yourself, it's a little bit more work, obviously. But what we're going to do is you're going to be lying on your back, and one leg can be bent, and the other leg is straight. And let's say if there was somebody with me, the other person would be standing in front of me, facing my leg, holding my, giving me a little bit of resistance to the back of my leg. So pushing my leg towards me, and then I would be pushing my leg towards them. So that's firing up that quad. And so you would get as much resistance as you need or can handle. It should feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it should feel uncomfortable. Not painful, but just uncomfortable. I do it when I'm by myself. I do it with my strap, and I'm pushing towards with my leg, but I'm also pulling using my hands. So then you'd have 10 seconds of this resistance. 10, 9, 8, and my lower abdominals are in my back, going towards my back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to relax and pull the leg towards you. Gently, just relaxing there. And then you'll bend the knee. So let's try this one with me. And if you want to straighten your leg, you can. If you want to put a yoga block underneath your leg, you can. For a little bit of support. Sometimes I like to do that because it just is better. Pressing that heel towards the front, and I'm pulling away, feeling that resistance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're gonna relax and bring the leg towards you. Whoo! Hello. And bend the knee. And we're gonna do, that's probably your first set. So we're gonna do a total of 3 sets. So again, flexing that foot and pushing away as you're pulling towards. So you're firing up that hamstring in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax and pull it towards you. And soften the knee. Again, it's harder when you're by yourself, but it still is a benefit. It's nice when you can do it. If you can do it, you know, tonight, later with a partner, that would be great, or tomorrow. Flex and push towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax and pull it forward towards you. Very good. We're going to soften that down and just slide the leg out. Maybe pressing it. I have to like press into that hip joint at the top to just relax it. Shaking the leg, letting the blood recirculate. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can keep the foot, the opposite foot, either flat on the floor or straighten it out in front of you. I'm keeping a yoga block under my leg because I'm just trying not to work too hard this morning so early. Yeah. And once you have your leg ready, you're pushing away as you're pulling towards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax and bring it closer. And bend the knee. You really have to be pushing. It's not passive. You're not holding the position. Second set, pressing forward as you're pulling away. 1, 2, should not feel easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pull it closer. Soften the knee. Yeah, when I do this with a partner, sometimes I have to ask my partner to like give me more resistance, because you don't want to be able to push your person forward. You want to be pushing them so far, but you can't go. So they really have to be like intentional about holding that space for you in order to activate that hamstring in the back. Last time, pressing forward as I'm pulling back. 1, 2, 3. My heel is towards the ceiling. 4, 5. The foot is flexed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last time, we're going to pull the leg a little closer. Woo! Oh, my hamstrings are dead. And softening the leg down. Releasing that. Sliding it forward. Just relaxing and shaking that out. Woo. Let's bring our feet flat on the floor. Hands behind the legs, behind your butt. And then you're going to bring your chin to your chest, lift yourself up, and then use your arms to help walk you up. And then I'm going to bring my hands to the outside of my legs and just bring myself back, straightening the arms. You can bring them underneath if that's better, and pull yourself up. And come back out. And pull yourself up. Again, lengthening out, engaging that core on that diagonal. And lifting up. Last one, out. And up. Very good. Last thing we're going to do, I think, on the floor. Yeah. I do want to do a little butterfly stretches. So go ahead and find your feet together in the front, and you can just give yourself your feet a little massage, right? Massaging out the ball of the foot, massaging the arches. If you have your ball, you can take your ball and maybe roll the ball on your foot a little bit on either side. Hello. Like I said, I'm working on my feet today a little bit, so don't mind the extra love that's happening for the feet today, which I'll be doing more of this once we're done with class as well. But all right, so we're here in our butterfly. Ooh, I'm shifting my hips side to side in that space, and just contract back and drop your head down and reach your head forward and lift up, rounding back and dropping your head down forward to your flat back and lift up. And down and forward and up. Now let's reverse that. Straight forward on your diagonal. It doesn't have to be super far. Just in front of the pelvis. Curve and drop the head. Curve and come behind the pelvis. And then sit tall. And now the spine is straight on top of the pelvis. So I'm going to float my spine forward, away. I'm going to round it down. I'm going to curve it behind. And then I'm going to lengthen it on top. Yeah? Forward on that diagonal. Relaxing it down. Coming behind. And then lifting up. Ooh, very good. Let's bring the legs in front of us. Arms up. And just stretch yourself forward, lengthening the back of the legs. All right. Let's transition and go into the technique and conditioning part of the class. Hopefully you feel a little bit more awake and that your blood has circulated. Thank you for indulging me and some of the things that I need to do this morning. And I got my little butterfly mat here. I'm like always on it. Whenever my feet are feeling like any type of something funky going on, I try to get on it as much as possible. Even if I'm like at the computer, if I have computer work, I'll like stand at the computer and be on my little butterfly mat here. Because we need to be dancing forever, for the rest of our lives, right? Right. All right. Let me pause this music or these tones and switch ourselves over. So we're going to do our warm-up, and we're going to do it the same way that we did last week. So pretty much everything, one after the other. So we'll start with our rolling down. We'll go to our cat-cow standing, high laterals, flat back series, demi with our spirals. We'll have 4 counts to transition into our feet in parallel. Feet articulations, tendus. We'll take our chassés with our contractions. We'll do our rebounds. We'll do fortification 1. Yeah. So let me just pick up my mat. And we will get started. And I already know I'm going to need to take my sweater off. Get myself a little organized here. It's like my little workout spot in my kitchen. Isn't it so sad that the kitchen is like the multi-purpose room? All right, here we go, y'all. 5, 6 feet together, 7, 4 counts down. 1. And the knees, 2 counts. And straighten. Stay here. Roll up. Plie. Releve. Stay 2 counts, engaging those abdominals, arms and heels down, head to the right. right arm, 1 count. Here we go. Plie, 2 counts. And straighten. Releve up, down, other side. Plie, 2 counts. And straighten. Releve. And down. Last time on the 1 count. 2 counts. Releve up. And float. Last side. Flat back, 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 counts up. 2 counts. Arm forward. Plie. Back out. Lift up. Pelvis press. Center. Arms down. Same thing. Arms. Plie. Back out. Lift up. Pelvis press. 2 counts to the center. Arms down. Roll down. 4 counts to your diagonal. And flat back, 2 counts. Plie. Releve, stay till 8. Float down, 2 counts. Roll up. Again, 2. Plie. And releve. Roll till 8. Float down, 2 counts. And roll it up. And over. Plie, arms forward. Releve up. Plie. Diagonal and hold. Right arm. Left arm. Up. 4 counts now. Last time. Diagonal hold. Left arm. Right arm. Up. Arms up. 4 counts. 3, 2, 1. Roll up. You can soften the knees. 2, 3, 4. Catching that music up. Facing the front. And demi 1. And spiral. Lateral. Up and over. C curve. 1. Spiral. Left. Second. And spiral. Stay in that grand plie. Other side. Right arm. Right foot goes up. 1, 2, 3. left. Dégagé, ube, right foot 1. Plie, push up, and 7 and 8 to the side. Flex. Dégagé, it's so hard not to plie on that right side. Or not to plie deep. 7 and 8 takes another level of concentration. Lifting in that supporting side. Left foot. Plie, push, and 7 and 8. And right foot. Dégagé, ube, and a 1. Plie, push, and 7 and 8 to the side. Staying lifted on both sides of the torso. Plie straight up and down, and 7 and down, out from the belly button. Chassé out 1, and in, and out. Drop the arms to the front, round, and open. 2 counts to close. Other side, out 1, and in, and out. Drop. Let's hope for our music. 6, 7, second set. We go out 1, and in, and out. Drop the arms to the front, roll up. 6, 7, 4 starch plie, 1, 2, and up. Coordinating the arms and the legs, plie. I'm just not plieing on that foot. Rebound, 1, change your back, and open. Other side, out, and out. To the front, roll it up. 7 and 8, plie, 2 counts. And up. Again, plie, wide back, and up. Rebound, here we go. 1, and change, and open. Half turn, out 1, face the back. Out, face the front. To the left, out, contract, open, and close. Left leg, out 1, and in, and out, and in. Out to the right. Half turn again. Out. Out. To the back. Left leg. To the right. Full turn. Out. Open. Use your back. 2 counts. Take your hinge. Lift it up. Other side. Heels down on 9, 10, 11. Left side. We go out. Full turn. Out. And out. Open. 8 and. Hinge. Up. Other side. Heels down, 9, 10, 11, 12. We go rebound. Drop down to the right. Both arms up and down. Left and 1. Drop down. Right. And down, left, 6, 7, and 8. Last set. And down. And open, lift, rebound. Again, 1, 2, drop down. Lift. 4 counts from the arms down to the side. 2, 3, fortification. 1, heels up. 1, 2, right leg. 4 counts, go forward. 2, 3, 4, up, 4, 3, 2, 2 counts. 1, 2, up, and all the way down. Lateral. Face the front. Heels down. In. And left. Left leg. 4 counts, go forward. 4 counts up. 2 counts. usually the music starts in a different place. So when we're playing it like all the way, I'm like, oh wow, it feels like it's in a different place, but we just keep the same count, so that's good. Yeah, my ankle is just still not happy. So I'm gonna try not to plie, which I think is it's a challenge because there's nobody else for you to look at but me in the class. So I'm just gonna be mindful and have to, as we always say, make a modification, make an adjustment. That's what I need to do today on my right foot. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. And at home, do what I say. As your parents might have told you, do what I say, not as I do. I'm just gonna have a sip. Very good. Moving right along because time is ticking. Isn't it nice that we have like a whole warm-up that we like can just go 15 minutes right through? That's kind of nice. Or 13 minutes, whatever it is. Right through, that's excellent. Leg swings. 4 leg swings. High lateral, 6, 7, 8. Promenade around 8 counts. Lateral T, 4 counts. I'm not going to plie, you're going to plie. 2 counts down, 2 counts up, 2 counts down, 2 counts up. Passe on 1, 2. Develop to the front. Carry the leg to your side. Float the leg down. You're ready for the left. Part 2, 4 leg swings. We go to our front T. I'm not going to bend, but I want you to bend as you take your contraction. So in for 2, out for 2, in for 2, come all the way up. Let's come down. 4 counts, tailbones up. Roll it up, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're ready for the left. Part 3, we go to our lateral T, then our side T. Drop it down 3 times. The 3rd time, you're just going to hold. 6, 7, 8. We're going to pull up to our table in 4 counts. Promenade away from the leg that's up in the air. 8 counts. You'll plie, I will not on this one. 2 counts down, 2 counts to come up. 4 counts to find your releve. And then we're going to release swing all the way down and come up ready for the left leg. 2 sets. Yeah, I've been consistently getting good feedback about the 2 sets. So let's do 2 sets of this. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again. Also in the morning, I drink a probiotic and I mixed it with some wheatgrass. It's actually very good. By the time like 11 o'clock comes, I'm like, okay, yes, I'm ready. Well, we gotta take care of our insides as well as our outsides, right? Because we know that the inside is really, really where it's at. All right, leg swings, 2 sets. 5, 6, 7, we go. Yeah, my leg feels good. 4 counts. PA, 2 counts. And straighten. Again. high lateral, promenade, lateral T, plie 2 counts, passe up, close down, and swing 1, and out, high lateral, promenade, over 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, plie 2 counts, and straighten, and plie, and straighten, passe 1, 2, and front, 4, and open, 6, float the leg down, 4 counts, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, lateral T, 6, 7, 8, and side T, 2, 3, 4, drop down, 1, pick it up, and down, pick it up, and down, hold, 6, 7, 8, pick it up, table, 2, 3, 4, promenade, 8, 7, 4, 3, catch everything, 2, 1, plie 2 counts, and straighten, releve 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, lateral, out, down, around left side, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, lateral T, side T, drop it down, hold, table, 8 counts, plie, releve, and finish. Woo-hoo. Yeah, there's only like 30 more seconds in the song, so that's pretty good. Sorry about that. I think my speaker died, but it's plugged in now, so we're ready to go. All right, moving right along. It's almost 10:30. Let's do yeah, you know what? All right, I wanna give y'all something new. Maybe I'll give you the first half of it. I'm gonna give you the first half of Prelude 2. So we've never really done this, even in person. I probably did it like a few years ago, like 1 or 2 classes, and like never revisited it again. And I've now started to revisit it in my adult class, in my in-person class. So I want to offer part of it to you. So we start in wide second. It's 7 sets of 6, and then of course, as you know, I take some liberties because it's my class. It's a Horton-based class. I'm not teaching. I'm not trying to be here teaching the institution of Horton. And I like to make some adjustments based on things that work for us, right? You and I, that are not in this conservatory setting, trying to do something crazy. So we're in our wide second. The feet are 45 degrees turned out. The head is down and the arms are in natural low. Your hands are going to turn towards the front, and it's noted in the textbook that the hands should be cupped. I think that that's quite interesting, considering that's like totally a Graham thing, but also speaks to how all of these dance forms that are like codified and separated are actually like the same things. You know, we're just calling them different things, or putting them in a different sequence, or initiating or asking us to think about the movement sort of differently, but all movement is movement. It's all been done. We're all connected. It's modern dance. Okay, so we're gonna come forward on 1, the head, and you're gonna come to your releve. 2, 3, 4. So I'm coming up to a V. I'm gonna circle to my right. I'm gonna come down through the center, and then I'm gonna come up to my table. You only have 2 counts to get there though. That's the thing. So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then drop down. So I'm isolating. I'm bringing the pelvis straight down, but the upper part is gonna do the curve first. So I'm gonna curve, but come straight down and then pull up on that left leg, table on the right leg. You're gonna extend the leg to the side by tilting the pelvis. So I want you to think about the steering wheel of the pelvis tilting and the leg just going out straight wherever the knee is. The knee is going to be towards the front. So this is not a rotation where you're trying to go to the ceiling. You're still staying in that parallel leg, and you're just taking the squareness of your pelvis and rotating it and just extending the leg. You have 3 counts to do that, and then you have a 3 count transition. So you're here, ooh, hello. 1, 2, 3, you're gonna go to your lunge, 4, but then you're gonna release down, 5, come up to your back attitude facing the left side by 6. Yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's quick. Yeah, let's do the first 6s. I'm gonna just be marking it, but I'll talk you through it. So you're here, head is down, arms are in natural low, shoulders are nice and wide, so you're not trying to collapse forward. We accent forward on the 1, come up, 2, 3, 4, down, 5, table, 6. Tilt, 2, 3, lunge, 4, sweep, 5, 6. Going on. This part's also a little interesting. I don't know how it'll work in your space. I'll talk you through it, we'll figure out, and then I'll give you a moment to like make it work. You're here by 6. You're gonna take your releve up 3 counts. So the leg is turned out in your attitude behind you. It could be low, it doesn't have to be high. 1, 2, 3. Now you're gonna bring your leg to your table. So the leg's gonna come from the back to the side. And for me, it's gonna have to lift because my attitude is gonna be down. Yeah, let me just come to my fridge. From here, I'm going from my attitude and then lifting into my table. So your foot and your knee are in line, and the knee and the hip are in line. As that leg is coming up, the torso is gonna drop forward. So you're here, but you're actually gonna be all the way down. And you wanna go, as low as you can. Maybe it's just enough to take the leg from the back, from here, 1, 2, 3, and just come 4 and find that table without dropping. Let's bring the arms to the side just so that they're not in the way. If you choose not to drop all the way. If you're gonna drop, then drop your arms. But if you're not gonna drop, 1, 2, 3, let's just bring it to your table on 4. 4, this is tricky. You're going to your lunge, 5, but then you gotta pull straight up and face the right side now on 6. I'm gonna just pause there for time's sake and for class today. That's the first, I think that's the first 3 6s. That's the first 4 6s, and then there's 3 6s left to do. Let me give you the last part again. So you did your tilt, 2, 3, you lunge, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, you're gonna drop, 4, lunge, 5, and 6. You gotta be up by 6. Even I feel like it's brisk. Okay, let's go from the top without music, and then we'll do the music. So you're in your wide second. Ooh, hello. We come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tilt, 1, extend the leg, 2, 3, change your hips, 5, 6. Releve, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and actually that's 3 6s, not 4. Okay, let me give you the music. I know it's interesting information, and also we know how this goes. We've been doing this for a very long time. It feels like a lot of information, and then as the weeks go on, it gets easier and easier. So just continue to be kind to yourself. Do the best you can. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's our tempo. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Get ready. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do we do? We're gonna do the right side again. If there's a question, I can answer it. But maybe we should just do it again. Yeah? Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Releve. 2, 3, have plenty of space to move around, like to really go from here and drop all the way forward and then swing and push up. It's really that kind of momentum, this like push that I'm always using. It's that push, right? For our space's sake, we probably I don't have a lot to really work with, so I'm trying to get the other details. Where is my line? How am I using my musicality? Am I actually from here feeling my pelvis fouette, right? The pelvis has to fouette to get to that lunge, not just try to find my lunge and hope for the best, right? So I'm able to, and you too, I'm offering this as an invitation to think about the other details, even if we can't get the full momentum. From here, I'm like 4. I said, okay, I can't take a big lunge, so I'm just gonna put my foot here and do like, you know, a small 4th, and then pull up. There's not gonna be a big release swing because there's nowhere for my torso to release to because there's not space on the floor, like width-wise, yeah? Let's try the left side, and then we'll have to transition and go to our phrase. So we have the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, but now you'd go to the left for your lateral, 4, 5, 6, then you tilt 1, 2, 3, extending that leg, fouette that leg, so whoop, fouette the pelvis, I'm lifting my heel to rotate, 4, 5, 6, releve, 2, 3, drop, 5, 6, yeah? I'll go slow, just in case, 4, I'm coming here, 5, I'm hitting my table on 6, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna go to my lunge, 4, release down, 5, I pull up with my leg in attitude 6, releve, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna drop forward or drop to my table, 4, 5, 6 to the other side. Feeling, am I actually square, right? Where is my alignment in relationship to my spine? Where are my abdominals? Am I hanging out or are my abdominals closed, meaning that the ribs are lifted and those lower abdominals are connecting so that wherever I am, I'm right on top, yeah? Okay, here we go. Let's do the left side. We'll do 2 sets. 6 bounds real quick. So we'll skip the transverse today just because we don't have a lot of time. So let's just come straight up. Coccyx bounce. 4 counts up, 4 counts down 2 times. 2 counts up, 2 counts down 4 times. We'll come up 1, 2, hit our jackknife on 3, 4, open to your V, 5, 6, close the legs, 7, 8, drop the legs down, 9, 10, lift the legs up, 11, 12, and then you'll take 4 counts to come down, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's do 4 sets of that, yeah? Simple, we know it. Getting into the core, making adjustments as we need to. And that's it. So that's our rhythm. 2, 3, 4. Yeah? 5, 6, all the way up. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. 2, 3, 4. Up. And down. 2 down. Grab water if you want some water. We started a new phrase last week. Let me see. So make sure I have this. That's a little bit different than what we do in person. Oh, I have to be careful of my foot. Huh. Da-da-da-da. 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 Huh. Step, yeah, okay. I don't know that we'll be able to add a whole lot today, which is okay. But let's go to the phrase. I'll talk you through it one time first. So right hand to the left side of the body. We come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To come up 1, 2, 3, you're here by 4. Hold 5, 6. Come under 1, 2, turn it out 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. You're turning out on 4. From here, you're gonna change the arms 5, 6, and I'm taking a little bit of a combre back 5, 6. I'm gonna lift up 1, 2, 3, and straighten the leg in the back. Come down 4, 5, 6. From here, I circle the arms around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 circles. I slide out on 1. I hit here on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I slice out. So I'm not just bringing my arm across, but I'm pushing off of that back foot and sending my pelvis forward to come out. I'm going to come up, out, I come in, figure 4, 90 degrees, and then change the back. Take 1 step down stage left, and then I want us to take another step up stage left. Yeah, so first step, second step. Yeah, let's go with the music. Yeah, it might have to be that I don't do a whole lot of reviewing every week, from one week to the next, just for the sake of time. But we'll see. That way we can add on. I'm working through thinking about how to manage the time, because I'm liking the pace of everything else that we're doing, and I don't want to like steal anything from earlier time. But maybe I can borrow time by not reviewing as much. Ready? Right hand goes to the left side. And 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna turn this up louder. So I don't know if you can hear all the, oh, it is loud. You can hear all the sixes. Yeah, everything's up. This part is quick, so I just want to make sure that we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, up. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that again, and I'll try to add another little piece on. Ready? Here we go. And. The back, right? We did step, step. From here, you're gonna take, I was calling them like crab walks. You're here, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. If you have the space. 1, 2, maybe you can either do 1, 2, 3, make them small, or if you wanted to take like just a grand plie, 1, 2, 3, you could do that as well. Yeah, you just have 3 counts, make it work. 1, 2, 3. Your right leg is gonna start your jazz square. It's gonna face downstage right. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna make 4 steps. Yeah, my second step, I'm traveling back a little bit because you're gonna need a little bit of space in front of you. So you did 1, actually let's not do the crab. Let's just do a 3 count plie. That makes more sense. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go 4, I'm stepping back, 5, 6, step forward on the left. Right leg is gonna do a little mess around as you come in, 1, 2, 3. So I'm dropping down, but I'm underneath myself. I'm right in my center. I'm not trying to make a lunge. I'm coming in and straight down. Now from here, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna draw a circle, take your pelvis over to that other diagonal, come down and step across, and not step across, take your hand and go across. Yeah. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, those are your counts. Those are your counts. Let's just mark that with music from the top to make sure that we're at least having the counts before we try to figure out our spacing. We go. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Melt. 5, 6. Circle. 2, 3. Second. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. Out. Hold. 5, 6. Step. 2, 3. Out. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, hold, 5, 6, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love all the music all the time. I do though. I really do love the music. All right, let's go from the top and see how we do. we're okay. I think we're doing all right. The jazz square has an arm. So you did 1, 2, 3. The arm and the leg go together, cross. So this arm, left arm is gonna stay out. The right arm goes over it. Bend the elbows, come down, over, down. And I'm coming in and like doing a little circle and then coming down. Yeah? So you had, I'm just getting closer so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out first. Don't think about just coming up. Go out. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna turn behind yourself to face the front with the feet apart. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Here, the arms are gonna come up and open. So I'm gonna turn behind myself, up, open. Now, the thing that's gonna help you in that turn is keeping your weight forward on the ball of the foot. So I'm here behind myself. As I push up, I'm pushing my pelvis forward, and I'm coming around and then staying forward on the ball. I'm trying to like show you where my ball of my foot is. I'm staying forward on the ball of my foot. So as I come around, boom, I'm already sending myself forward. That's gonna help you to stop, yeah? And stop with control. So this was 6, 1, 2, 3. 3, the head goes back, half a 3/4 circle. Back, go to the right. 4, 5, 6, 1. Then you're gonna go to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I'm here. My head goes back towards the right, down. Now my left hand comes to the left hand comes to the top of the right side, and I'm under. Then I'm gonna drop my head and take a half circle the other way. Right arm lands on top. This is 6. Then you're gonna open the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You're here. The wrist goes open, close, open, close. My feet are apart. My hands come over, so I'm centering my spine, getting everything aligned. Hands here, and then bring the feet in. And I'm taking it as a sternum presentation. The same way that we did in our rebounds, when we came here and rebound, it's the same thing, except the arms are not out to the side. Your arms, the elbows, for once, I'm gonna ask you to like pinch your scapula. Usually I'm like flatten your back and widen it out. I want you to take a sternum presentation here. From here, you're gonna relevate up, and I'm gonna face this way so you can see what happens to my ribs. Now the ribs have to come up and lift so that everything's on top. Here, I pull up, we're almost done. Dégagé, lunge, float around. Just a little rebound. I'm not gonna go too far just because of my ankle, but you're here, dégagé, push the foot down, and then come out and float around. Yeah, there's one more 6 that I'm gonna show you at the end of this, just to finish it. Yeah, and then you'll have homework between now and next week to get that together. Maybe we can spend time next week just reviewing all of this that we just did today, because it's a lot. So you did 6. Turn around. 1, 2, 3. Head goes back. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Float 6. All right, let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, hold. 5, 6, pull out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adding that last 6. You're going to take a body roll in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you wanted to turn that, you could. You could do in, and then go behind yourself and come in. I'm not going to turn just because that's too much on my ankle. But you'll just come from here and just open. And really take the full 6. 4, 5, 6. Don't just get there and hold. ride the music out, right? When the musician's playing, they don't just stop the note. Well, at least in this music, right? Everything kind of like bleeds into the next thing. So how can we bleed one movement into the next? All right. Whew, I think we did it. I think we're getting there. That makes me feel pretty good. Let's go from the beginning, yeah? See how we do. I'm trying not to talk too much as we're doing it with the music, just so that you can hear it, because it feels like it's a little bit low to me, and I want you to hear the music. All right. That's it. Let's run that 3 times. 3 times. Here we go. Yes, I am making a lot of choices because this ankle is like, you thought that that's what you was gonna do. It's interesting how much, sometimes I'm like, I struggle with balance, for instance. And it's not until something's going funky with my ankle that I'm like, actually, I didn't realize how, sturdy my ankles were or how aligned I really was now that I can't really use it. Anywho, that's just my stuff. Here we go, 2nd time. 2nd out of 3. Yes. Last time. Last time. And I know that we started a couple minutes late, but I'm not going to make up for that time on that end just because I know it's 11 o'clock on a Friday. Like, folks have things to do, work to get to, I'm sure. Thank you for your grace in the beginning of the class. I hope that you have a great weekend, that you do something good for yourself, that you are able to be outside in nature, even if just for a little bit. Especially, you know, those of us that are in New England, like, we know that this is a very fleeting thing. And even I have a beautiful rhododendron tree bush in my backyard, and it's flowered already, and the flowers are like dying out. It's a quick bloom anyway, like that's normal, but it's just like, and time is moving on. So I hope that we allow nature to be a signal for us to take the time, right? Because time is moving whether we realize it or not. So enjoy your cycle of nature and life and sun. And I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend. Bye. Au revoir. Mwah. See you.